As far as what? Like when
being-
those stressors
yeah,
or
being the
triggers
counterbalance.
happen.
Instead of like placing blame or being like, what's wrong with you? Or like, you got to snap out of it, or I don't
Yeah.
know, or being passive aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
You know,
guilty of that
so-
for sure.
I don't know. Today was, a big feelings day, but I think we did a good job.
Yeah. I think just in the past, like the passive aggressiveness comes from like, why aren't you recognizing that I'm doing something
Yeah.
and I can't complete this task or I can't do it
Yeah.
while also like trying to entertain
And
the
the weak-
girls
the
or
weakness
appease
there-
them or something. Like,
The
I don't
weak-
know if it's, because you're just not like, if you're so like engrossed in what you're doing that you're just kind of not really like,
Whatever's bothering you isn't bothering me at that time.
okay.
And then I can't know that it's bothering you if you don't say anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the weakness
Yeah.
there is not being able to say, hey, time out. This is bothering me. I need help.
Yeah.
Please do this.
Yeah.
And then boom.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
and this is probably for a lot of men, but like when I'm summoned, like I'm in. You know what I mean? But if it's not bothering me,
Right.
I don't know what's bothering you until I'm called in.
Well, okay. So now that you say that,
Oh, this is good.
like that has me thinking about like other times where, like I can tune out a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so I feel like sometimes something will be happening and like it's not bothering me. And so I just kind of let it go.
Yeah.
But it's bothering you and you just go right to like a 8 or a 9
Yeah.
kind of thing. I think me being a teacher, or a former teacher, and having a room filled with like 25 little ones, you almost have to. Like, there's no way that you can be in tune at all times of the day with that many. Like, you got to learn to when to tune it out and focus on
Yeah.
one, or you know what I mean, like a group. So I feel like maybe I'm just like, and so I'm like, all right, it's not a big deal. It's not bothering me. So I'm just going to let that go. And then you're over there like, what can you do something about that?
Yeah. I'm like, fucking answer her
Yeah.
and she'll stop screaming your name. No, I totally get that. I've been trained like to be on, I'm in operations, right? So like high speed. I mean, this came from the military into what I do now.
Yeah.
Like everything matters. Every word that's said, everything that's not said, body language, it's all important. So I'm constantly watching that stuff. Even when we're out, I'm watching other people for those things.
Yeah.
So like
a hyper-vigilant.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean,
what you call that?
yeah.
Okay.
Because
Which I guess, I don't know, in
the small
today's day, it's
Yeah.
probably a good thing.
And I mean, in regards to safety, yeah,
Yeah.
but like just making things happen, like with my job, like those little cues early can save you. Like if you can stop the thing from happening,
Right. Hours
what I
of
mean?
work and
and headache and money, a lot of money, so I think there's a difference there. And it could be just a man-woman thing too. I think a lot of dads are wired to.
You think so? I feel like it's typically the opposite.
Well,
like
with
the
me-
men are the ones that are just kind of
Tuned
sitting
down.
back and
Well,
they're
with me, behavior, like the shortest amount of time that you can allow bad behavior to happen, the better.
okay.
Because when it gets too far, it
It's
takes
hard to reel it back
a
in.
ton of
Yeah.
time. And it's like, well, it wasn't a problem for so long, and now it is.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, like, the sooner you can nip that in the bud, the better.
I get that.
So, but yeah, I mean, we're just wired differently.
Yeah.
And it took me way too long to realize, like, that's the thing, like, with marriage in particular, like, I believe I'm living in a good way, right? And that I believe that I'm smart and capable, and so that my thoughts are correct. So
Gotcha.
any thoughts that differ from mine or actions that differ from mine because mine are correct must be incorrect. And that's not the case. Two things can be existing at once.
Yeah.
And it just takes...
Like Dr. Becky says, there can be two truths. Two things can be true.
Absolutely. And
it took me 40 years to realize that
Why?
like, it was always just like, oh, I'm either right or wrong, and you're either right or wrong. Like that's it. But
it doesn't allow for
we
any
can
perspective.
both, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because you got to think about like all of your experiences and background and stuff that, you know, I wasn't a part of or there for, like that, that all plays a part in that perception.
Yeah.
So,
You know what's really shitty? Is that
what?